Hi everyone, I'm Miss Wendy and thanks for joining me for another session of Wiggles, Jiggles, and Giggles. Oh, I have Corky here on my lip, my cat Corky. As promised, this week our stories are about flowers and gardening. Today by my house it's a little gloomy and raining, which is good for the flowers and anything that you might have planted so far. The other weekend I planted some rhubarb, so I'm hoping over the next 2 years it's going to grow and bear some fruit eventually. So let's get started. You need your scarf. If you need to go find it, pause the video and then come back when you're ready. I'm going to set up our song and here we go. Let's see.
Shake your scarves. Scarves up, scarves down. Shake your scarves all around. Scarves up, scarves down. Shake your scarves all around. Scarves in, scarves out. Shake your scarves all about. Scarves in, scarves out. Shake your scarves all about. Right knee,
Find your knee and cross it over.
left knee. Shake your scarves, fancy free. Right knee, left knee. Shake your scarves, fancy free. Right hand, left hand. Shake your scarves with the band. Right hand, left hand. Shake your scarves with the band. On your back, on your tummy. Shake your scarves, nice and funny. On your back, on your tummy. Shake your scarves, nice and funny. Scarves up, scarves down. Put your scarves on the ground.
We're gonna clap. Very good. And a little bit later we'll use our rhythm sticks again for our weather rhythms. Get that CD in. So our first story today is Flower Garden, and it is by Eve Bunting. So it's not your typical flower garden, but some of you might have gardens like this. Garden in a shopping cart. Doesn't it look great? Garden on the checkout stand. I can hardly wait. Garden in a cardboard box, walking to the bus. Garden sitting on our laps. People smile at us. Garden going up the stairs, stopping at each floor. I like the cat sitting there. This garden's getting heavier. At last, our own front door. Get the bag of potting soil. Get the planting mix. Put purple pansies at each end, daisies white as snow, daffodils, geraniums, and tulips in a row. Garden in a window box, high above the street, where butterflies can stop and rest, and ladybugs can meet. Walkers walking down below will lift their heads and see purple, yellow, red, and white, a color jamboree. She can look down. Candles on a birthday cake, chocolate ice cream too. Happy, happy birthday, Mom. A garden box for you. What a beautiful birthday gift. There they are, looking at their flowers in the window. So you don't need a big outdoor space. You can make little planters. You can put flowers in a pot if you have a balcony, or you can just have flowers in the house in a little pot, or a plant in a pot. Okay, our next activity, if you get your flannel board out, it's the flower pot, like that. And some different colored flowers. Spread your flowers out, and then you can, when you see and hear that color, put it on your flower pot, okay? Which colored flowers are in your flower pot? How many flowers do you think you've got? A yellow flower grows tall and strong. Where do you think it belongs? You can put it anywhere on your flower pot. Don't forget the flower of blue. Have you started counting? That makes 2. 1, 2. A lovely pink flower shoots up high. It reaches its petals up to the sky. The orange flower is peeking through. That's another one for you. Orange right there. Another flower joins this fun. It lifts its purple face towards the sun. There you go. At last, a red flower joins the mix. Now count with me. I see 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Well done. You have another activity in your packet, and it looks like flowers with dots, and then there's some flower pots. Let me see. Find those flower pots for you. There you go, some flower pots. So if your grown-up thinks you can cut them out, go ahead. Not right now, you can do this later. Otherwise, have your grown-up cut out the flowers and the flower pots. And you'll notice on the flowers, there's a number in the middle, and I put little seeds on their leaves. So that should be the same, 3 and 3 seeds. And when everything's cut out, spread everything out and see if you can match up the flowers with the flower pots and the numbers. So you can actually write the number on there too. It's a nice little math activity. So I'm just going to show you roughly, really quickly. I only put 2 flower pots out. One has the number 1, one has the number 5. So I cut out those flowers, 1 and 1 seed, 5 and 5 seeds, and then you just match them up like so. There you go. You can spread those out and match them up like I said, and then you can actually draw the number on there as well. Okay, are you ready for our weather rhythms? I'm gonna put that song on and we can get going with that. There's a lot of banging our sticks together, isn't it?
It's time to make some weather rhythms. Get out your sticks or claves or 2 chopsticks, or you can
yours
even
are
do it with
different
your
colors.
hands. Ready? I like sunshine. I like sunshine. I like sunshine. I like sunshine. But then a little rain begins to fall. Softly at first, getting louder and louder until it's a thunderstorm. Boom, 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 boom. Let's make some lightning in
You
the
rub
sky.
your sticks together.
And then the wind starts to blow. Whoosh, whoosh, and it turns icy cold. 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 And then the rain turns into snow, which makes no sound at all. Make the snow come down.
Make your snow come down.
Then the wind comes along and it blows the snow around. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. And the snow turns back into rain, hard at first, but getting softer and softer until it's just a gentle
Pit, pat, pit, pat, pit, pat, pit, pat, pit, pat, pit, pat, pit, pat.
and then the sun comes out.
Make the sound.
I like sunshine. I like sunshine. I like sunshine. I like sunshine. And when the sun comes out, just as the rain is ending,
Rainbow.
a beautiful rainbow
rainbow with your
appears in the
sticks.
sky. Make the rainbow with your sticks or your hands. And one puff of the wind blows the rainbow away.
Very nice.
And that's the weather for today.
Well, hopefully we're not going to have any snow. I've had some sunshine today. I've had rain today, which I said it's good for the garden. I just don't like puddles and puddles of rain. Okay, our next story is In the Garden by Peggy Collins. Let's see what can be planted outside. Look at this huge pile of dirt in my garden. I think I will plant some things. I plant a truck, a bus, and my bulldozer. I plant some seeds too. I water everything with a big watering can. Sometimes I make puddles on top of the seeds. I watch my garden. I think maybe plants take a long time to grow. In my garden, I am a giant. Things are growing tiny and green. This giant has to be careful not to step on them. There are snails and slugs and ladybugs in my garden, and hairy, hungry caterpillars too. The sun shines on my garden and flowers pop up everywhere. Remember, it doesn't need just water, it needs sunshine too. Sometimes the plants get thirsty. When the rain falls on my garden, they drink it right up. In my garden, I grow lots of yummy things. These green peas are nice and juicy. I eat mini tomatoes and seeds squirt all over my shirt. I squish strawberries in my mouth and my lips turn red. I love strawberries, do you? I pick some colorful, crunchy vegetables. The bunnies also like to nibble on them. That can be a problem, the bunnies and the squirrels. They're hungry too. My garden is full of butterflies, bumblebees, and kisses. In my garden, the flowers have grown into giants. Beautiful sunflowers. Look at my trucks. They grew so big, they are driving away. I think I grew a whole bunch too. My bet you grow over the spring and summer too. It's a good story. Remember, the sunflowers are good if you want to attract butterflies, and we need bees in our garden to help everything grow as well. Of course, then the sunflowers, the birds will come and eat the seeds a little bit later on. In your package this week, you also have instructions and a little package of zinnia seeds. These zinnia seeds are what we had from the flowers outside the library last year. So Mike, our maintenance mechanic, collected those and dried them out for us, and I packaged them up so we can all have a little bit of library at home this year. Let's see your craft this week. You'll have straws and some sparkly pipe cleaner stems, white flowers, and you have a little paint tray. And unfortunately, when I put the paint in those little plastic containers for you, the yellow paint started oozing through. So some of you, I double bagged it. So when you put your flower in here, just like when we did with the bunny, put your flower in and then just snip the corner of the paint and dot it out. And I used all three colors at the same time. I gave you the primary colors, yellow, blue, and red. And then you drop your marbles in, let those roll around, and see what colors they mix. There's a little bit of purple and orange, and you'll see some colored popcorn in there, and that's for the center of your flower. So then you just glue it all together. I just wrapped the stem around the straw. You didn't have to glue that, but then you glue the straw onto the flower. And you have enough to make 2 little flowers. I'm gonna put that to the side. The only thing that's left in your package this week is, of course, a bibliography about gardening and flowers. So if you'd like some more information, and Zinnia's Flower Garden, I highly recommend that one to go with your zinnia seeds. And flour pretzel bites. So those look yummy scrumptious. They're just the little pretzels and candy melts. And see, if you try those, let me know how they are. So that's it for this week, my little friends. Next week, to go with the gardening theme, it's all about bees. So until then, take care. Hopefully we'll see you soon. I'm going to put the song on and we will head off, and there we go. Before that, and remember, listen to your grown-ups because they love you and they really want the best for you. So get out there and enjoy the sunshine. Oops. Here we go, our list.
Stars up and down and around. The scarves are softly flowing, left, right, left. The scarves are softly flowing, left, right, left. Up and down and around, up and down and around, up and down, up and down, up and down and around. The stars are softly floating, release them up in the air. Catch, the stars are softly floating, release them up in the air. Catch, up and down and around, up and down and around, up and down, up and down, up and down and around. Release them up in the air. Watch them float to the ground. Release them up in the air. Watch them float to the ground. Sing it. Up and down and around. Up and down and around. Up and down, up and down, up and down and around. The scarves are softly flowing, left, right, left. The scarves are softly flowing, left, right, left. Up and down and around, up and down and around. to the ground. Release them up in the air. Watch them float to the ground. Up and down and around. Up and down and